Actor Kevin Spacey pleaded not guilty to sexual assault charges in Massachusetts. He's accused of groping an 18-year-old man at a bar. It happened back in 2015. Kenneth Craig is there with the latest.
Two-time Oscar winner Kevin Spacey arrived at the courthouse on Nantucket Monday to face a felony charge of indecent assault and battery.
We're all right.
But Spacey did not enter a plea at the hearing. The actor is accused of repeatedly groping the 18-year-old son of former Boston television anchor Heather Unruh while standing around the piano in the bar area of the Club Car restaurant in 2016.
Spacey stuck his hand inside my son's pants and grabbed his genitals.
According to the criminal complaint, Unruh's son told Spacey he was a 23-year-old college student. The two exchanged cell phone numbers, and Spacey bought the accuser 8 to 10 drinks in about 70 minutes. The accuser claims Spacey groped him for about 3 minutes and that he captured part of the assault on a brief Snapchat video. Spacey posted a video hours after charges were announced, seemingly channeling his ruthless House of Cards character, Frank Underwood.
But you wouldn't believe the worst without evidence, would you? You wouldn't rush to judgments without facts, would you?
Spacey tried to get out of appearing in person for his arraignment here, saying his appearance would add to the negative publicity, but the judge didn't buy it. Spacey was fired from his role on House of Cards following multiple accusations of sexual misconduct, but this is the first criminal charge against him. The next court date is in March, but the judge said Spacey did not have to attend that one. Kenneth Craig, CBS News, Nantucket, Massachusetts.
For more, we are joined by CBS News legal analyst Rikki Klieman. I'm glad you're here. Question: the defense wants to see the text messages sent by the alleged victim in this case. Why would that be important?
I think it's very important to the defense because apparently the accuser says that during the course of this sexual encounter, he sent a text message or more than one text message to this woman. And they may or may not have had further contact after that night, not only for 6 months, but all the way up and until there was an investigation that began. If I were the defense, I would have wanted all of the text messages up until the time of the charges, but the defense relented and agreed with the judge that they would accept only 6 months. We don't know what they discussed, if anything. We don't know.
Do we know who the woman is?
We do know who the woman is, but it hasn't been out in the public domain.
Oh, okay.
This was a girlfriend of this young man at the time. And she claims, at least according to the police investigation, that she says that she had seen on the Snapchat that she got from him evidence of the sexual moment, but whereas the defense at least has said to the press that anything on the video that they have seen is only of a touching of a shirt, not the pants.
Let's talk about what a high-profile case this is. How difficult is it going to be for jury selection?
Well, it's going to be terribly difficult for jury selection, wherever that jury selection happens to be. By the way, we're in Nantucket right now. That's the district court. That is the court where you first go to. You could see how tiny it was. That ultimately this case, if it is tried as a felony, would have to go to the big court, one step up, the Superior Court. That's in Brewster, Massachusetts, much larger courthouse. Then the jury pool would come from all of the Cape and Islands and not Nantucket. So if the defense was ever thinking of filing a motion for a change of venue because of prejudicial pretrial publicity, it's a lot harder to do when you've got the whole Cape and Islands, which has various kinds of people of various economic backgrounds, very different occupations than you might have had only in little Nantucket.
You know, Meg, it's worth noting in the police report, the young man does admit he told Spacey he was
23.
Older than he actually was.
But to your point, David, is this a slam dunk case for either side?
No. And you have to also remember that there are two big factors here. One is the burden of proof, and the other is the Me Too movement. The first is the burden of proof is on the Commonwealth to prove Kevin Spacey touched this young man indecently, that is, touched his private parts without this young man's consent. Now, he may not have consented if he was so drunk that he was incapable of consenting. At the same time, they obviously are talking, they're chatting, the young man is texting, and when Spacey goes to the men's room, the young man leaves. So it's not like he was passed out on the floor. So you have strengths on both the Commonwealth side and the defense side. So the burden of proof is all on the Commonwealth. But in light of the Me Too movement, are there other accusers of Kevin Spacey who are lurking out there in cases that have not been charged, where they could testify also for the Commonwealth about a similar pattern on the part of Kevin Spacey, just as we saw in the Bill Cosby case?
Rikki Klieman, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Great to be with both of you.
Thank you, Rikki.